Good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a fantastic day. This is Chillainous back on NEOFLY. The reason we're on NEOFLY instead of VATSIM today is, well, we have debts to pay in NEOFLY. As it is, I've already had a handful of fees come out this morning. Let's have a look here. In NEOFLY. Please show. Thank you. So I've got a few for renting the 208 caravan, the weekly loan repayments. Then I did some freelance work, so we got a little bit of money there. But we now have 3 days of Cessna 208B rental costs. So, and then I have another profile which is a worker for this profile. He rented a Cessna 1. No, I actually don't think he did. I think I was just flying a 152 because I wanted to. So yeah, we've been losing a little bit of money. We haven't made a whole lot since the end of July. Mainly been losing money. So since the end of July, which is where, I don't know, there was something going on. I think I had like some stomach issues or something. This is our last flight into Sydney. And then since then we've lost 6, 9, 22, 72, $76,000 roughly. So yeah, we need to get back into doing the NEOFLY thing. So I'm going to look for a job here real quick. There is one place I refuse to land, and that is at Holsworthy Army Airfield. There is a huge amount of trees around it, and it just makes it very difficult to land at. Pretty much, this is the airfield. Pretty much there is a line of trees right here. The line of trees right... Actually, if I swap over to satellite... Yeah, look, you can see it is very enclosed, which makes it extremely difficult to land on. So we won't be doing any jobs to Sierra Hotel Whiskey. We have a few to Bankstown though. Bankstown is a 3-runway airport. Excuse me. In the middle west of Sydney. So we can probably take a few jobs there. We have a lot of cargo to play with. So if I sort by destination and then I click one of the Bankstown ones, there you go, you can see all of the Bankstown things right here. So just by doing one trip over to Bankstown, we might be able to make a good amount of money here. As long as we manage our weight properly. We can probably defuel a little bit as well, if we really need to. But we'll think about that when we get there. So we have 2 just-in-time deliveries. They must not exceed 58 minutes. We can taxi and get to Bankstown in 58 minutes, no problem. I'm just trying to do the math here. $22.61 remaining cargo, and we can pick up some jobs and could also defuel a little bit. I know I already said that, but I'm just thinking out loud here. It's like it doesn't want us to do too much to Bankstown at once. Because everything is very heavy. It's like, pick one and stick with it. Oh, let's go for a just-in-time delivery then, and then maybe we can fly back over to Sydney and then pick up some passengers or something. But I do want to stick around Sydney just a little bit, even if we have to do a freelance job. This is because, I mean, Sydney has great scenery compared to Adelaide, where we started. So... yeah, let's get this one here. We'll... I just need to get into the aircraft first. And I'm going to... let's get rid of NEOFLY. Let's predetermine a pushback. I'm pretty much going to fly no ATC today because I want to just get into it, you know? Can we just come... I'm just going to push back just a little. Can we push back? Oh my lord. Just a little and then come out here. Or do we have to come out and then around? I mean, the pushback tug is definitely going to go back over there. You know what I might do? I might just pull forward and then straight out. We won't worry about pushback. But I will do some quick checks here. We'll set our other bits here. Just one moment. I apologize. Okay, so we're going to go over onto NEOFLY and we're going to get the just-in-time. Then we'll have to sync our weight as well.
Pilot from dispatch. We have more mail packs that need to be delivered. The deadline is tight, but I'm sure you have what it takes.
Right, so we want... oh, that's weather, not weight.
Aircrew, we will load the time
Hey,
deliveries
Victoria,
as
what's
fast
up?
as we can to get you on your way.
How are you doing? What's up, Nathan? How you doing today? What are we setting here? The payload to 1832 pounds. Sick. We're sitting at 1847,
okay,
but I don't think we can get it much better.
By my calculations, you should just make it on time.
Okay, let's get the everything sorted. Let's turn on the avionics. We'll turn on the fuel boost and we'll get the starter going. Doing good. I'm doing pretty decently. I took a fall down the stairs yesterday. So, oh Jesus. So I'm a little bit sore, but other than that, I can't really complain too much. We are taking off from Sydney. I'm going to taxi to 3-4 right. Actually, it might be better to go 3-4 left. That's kind of a bit more in line with where we're going. Actually, if we really wanted to, we'd take off to the west. And we're not playing with any other traffic at the moment, so we have choices here. So we could take off into the east on runway 25. I'm going to do 3-4 left. And we'll just taxi all the way down. Then our destination will be Bankstown. Yankee Sierra Bravo Kilo? Yes. And we want to land runway 28. Oh, 29. I think we... I think it's right that we want to land. We're just going to fly direct. You good? Just enjoying the day while on a virtual while on a virtual sailor where my ferry is sailing from Tilbury, UK to Washington, DC. Oh my lord, that's quite that's quite a way for a ferry to go. Wow. Are you okay, darling? From the top? Yeah, I'm just a little. I'm very literally only a little bruised. I'm more sore than anything. But yeah, we're doing good. Thank you for asking. So because we're playing, hang on. Let me turn off the ATC voices and everything. I don't want them on today. I plan on doing some more VATSIM recently, soon, so I'm turning off all ATC anyway. And we'll just fly no ATC, but I'll try and follow the procedures as much as I can. Our engine is spooled up and ready to go. We can turn the fuel boost back to normal and the starter off. Turn on avionics too. Our throttle is set. Our propeller is set. Excuse me? Why is our oil pressure so low? Okay, it didn't like me taking the mode off starter. I'm not sure what's going on here. We have had some issues. This is the oil pressure is so low. Why? Oh, that's why. The fuel boost I think was off. If we have to, we'll restart the flight and I'll get going again. That'll cancel our job, but it's all good. Alright. Parking brake. Oh, Jesus. Should be released shortly. Lanes. Let's get that. I have done something wrong in the setup of this plane today. The propeller isn't responding the way I would expect it to. Wait, do I need to turn on the ignition? I don't think so. I'm going to quickly run through the checklist here. Make sure that I have everything sorted. Engine ignition selectors. Oh, there we go. I forgot one thing. And now we might actually have to restart. Because we weren't generating enough volts to... turn on the starter external power. Come on. There we go. Make sure that the parking brake is set again. And let's get the plane started again. That was totally my bad, and we're going to lose a bit of time for that. Hopefully we will still make it to Bankstown, no problem. There we go. So the condition does need to be low idle. Our oil pressure isn't really going up again though. I might just have to restart the flight here. I'll try moving real quick. Oh, did I not turn on the fuel? I didn't turn on the fuel.
Everything looks good from where I'm sitting. Taxi to the runway and take off.
No wonder why we're not moving. I'm such an idiot. Oh no. I keep forgetting that the fuel is actually up on the ceiling in this place. That's very good. Well, it's an old ocean liner that I remodeled and digitally repainted as a ferry. That's sick. The original vessel was the SS Festival of Carnival Cruise Line, but I renamed it SS Patricia. Ooh, that's cool. Any reason for the name Patricia? Alright. Oh Jesus, I'm moving. I wasn't ready. Okay. Let me get on a taxiway. Like an actual taxiway. And let's get going. God damn it. My rudder pedals feel really sensitive too, for some reason. Alright, so we will be taxiing from parking. We'll be taking Golf, which is this taxiway here. We'll be taking Charlie 2 cross runway, what is it? 07. Charlie all the way down to Lima, or is it Bravo 10? They're both down there. I think it's Lima and Bravo 10 for arrivals. Then we'll cross runway 34 Alpha 6. Now, can you hear the computer okay? Does it need to be turned up any? Because I have a different mix in my headphones. But if you think the computer needs to be turned up a little, I can definitely do that. I've been messing around with my audio levels recently because of VATSIM ATC sometimes being a bit unpredictable, but yeah, so I'm messing around with audio at the moment. The name of Patricia was chosen to honor my first girlfriend who has that name, and she adores the ship. Oh, that's so sweet. That's really cool. Alright, we are passing Domestic 3. Whenever I fly a jet out of Sydney, that's the parking bays that I use right over there. And there will possibly be another flight into Sydney. Coming up soon. Alright, here we go. We're coming up to Charlie. Oh my god, I'm moving so slow. They should see Charlie 2 on that sign. There it is. Starting to speed along a little bit there. There we go. Right around. I'm playing with some of the assists off today. Usually I have an auto rudder on to help me steer on the ground. But today that is right off. We go crossing runway 12. Wait, did I say 7 before? I said runway 12 just like off the top of my head. That must be the runway that we're on. Patricia and I have been dating for a month now, and exactly a month ago we met each other on a cruise in the Caribbean. Aww. That sounds like one of those very stereotypical love stories. I'm kind of jealous. Oh god, it hurts to laugh. We're taxiing at a ground speed of 15 knots, which is pretty sensible for this sort of plane. You just want to be going the speed of a jog, essentially. So if you were jogging down the runway, that's a pretty good indication. Oh, sorry, down the taxiways. That's a good indication of how fast you should be taxiing. Or could. It's a good rule of thumb. About the speed of a light jog. Across the overpass. If I can get the plane to go straight over through our taxiways here, just for a moment. Disconnect the drone cam. As you can see here, there is an underpass under the airfield there. I believe it is just for maintenance, possibly. Does it go back up? Oh, it's dead after that because satellite imagery doesn't tell the full story. Let's get back on the taxiway. I also forgot to set flaps 1 before we started taxiing. That's going to help us take off. And I think it helps slow us down a little bit on the ground too for taxiing. Alright, here's Bravo 10 that we are crossing now. And we will take the next turn on to Lima. If you guys are interested in learning how to fly out of Australian airfields, Sydney, Adelaide is a very good one. There's only a few taxiways there. Sydney is also very good, as I have found. It looks really confusing when you look at it, but it's been so simple to understand as I've been learning to fly on the VATSIM network as well. Sydney's quickly becoming my airport of choice to depart from. And a few days ago, Patricia and I have moved into a house together. Ooh, how's that working out? I mean, it must be nice to see a decent amount of each other. There's 0725. Oh wait, it's cross runway 25, not cross runway 12. You'd think after doing so many departures from here that I'd actually know which is which. We're crossing 34 left right now. This is where we will be taking off from. Oh my god, my rudder feels really sensitive right now. Not going to take the taxi line here just for a second while we come around here. And then this is another really cool thing about coming out of Sydney is you get to drive along the beach. The runways are at sea level, essentially. So you get these awesome views right out the window looking across the cityscape over there. Looks really nice at night too. I wish I could say that I knew from personal experience, but I don't think I've ever flown a plane in real life. I've flown in a plane in real life. I've definitely never flown a plane in real life. Make sure we are right on that center line. We're pretty good. Today we're flying the Cessna Grand Caravan 208. I'm using the career add-on NEOFLY. I can also close this now, or at least minimize it. NEOFLY is, I'm not sponsored or anything by NEOFLY. I just like telling people about it. NEOFLY is a career add-on for Microsoft Flight Simulator. You can use it to build up your own flight company. Really cool. What's up? It's not 35 Aviation. Hope you're doing well today. Thanks for stopping in a little bit. Yeah, so I'm playing on NEOFLY, which is career add-on. You can start from nothing in like a Cessna 152 or the JL3 or, you know, one of those really early GA planes that you can fly. I also haven't set... Oh, you know what? I'm probably just going to hand fly this thing the whole way through to Bankstown. But I will set up an approach so that we capture their glide path into runway 19. I think I set up for 19, right? Wait, that doesn't sound right. 29, right? 29, right, sounds better. Okay, let's quickly catch up on the chat here. It's good. Yeah, it has its own pool, huge property, and 2 personal study rooms and a master bedroom with 2 restrooms and an underground basement. That sounds amazing. You're an aviation YouTuber too? Nice. You also live in Australia? Hell yeah, more Australians. What's up, mate? You mainly make X-plane vids and trip reports. What do you mean by trip reports? All right, let's select an approach. Actually, hang on. I need to go back to my flight plan here. Make sure that I am landing the right one. 29 right. So let's go for the approach. We want a 29 visual. And we'll just go for straight in. We don't have to worry about minimums. I'm not going to be bothered looking them up. I'm going to do everything visual here on this flight. And as you can see here, on the MFD, we'll come straight out, track roughly 27, almost straight away, join up with the final, and then follow the hopefully present glide path into Bankstown. This is going to be a very, very short flight. With that, we are going to turn on our strobes and landing lights as we are taking off. You fly on IRL aircraft and make vids about all the cool parts like the terminal, the takeoff, landing, boarding. That sounds awesome. I'm gonna have to remind myself to possibly go check it out. Sounds really cool. Alright, let's get some throttle in this thing, please. Here we go. There are others like Aviation 763, another channel that does it. That's cool. I'm gonna have to go back through this VOD to get all this information back. Unless, if you're interested, there's a Discord you can join, and you are more than welcome to send me links over into my DMs. Alright, with that, let's line up. Little bit right rudder, and let's go. I did not turn on the flight director. Want to take off at roughly 100 knots. Oh, plane had other...
Transporter, good flight.
Plane had other ideas. It wanted to take off there. Turn on the flight director. bring down the view slightly so I can see. Let's start not climbing quite so much. Drop off some of the throttle. Flaps retracted, and let's start tracking. I'm trying not to, thank you though, but I will try not to sink. I'm pretty sure Sydney actual would have you fly out a little more before they tell you to continue for your west departure. Apparently Patricia and I were schoolmates during high school, but we never saw each other back then. That was like me and one of my exes. Like, I knew of them and knew that, like, who their friends were and stuff, but we never actually hung out in school. Crazy how life works like that, right? Dr. Bear does full flights. I'll send you a link to my channel and the other guys. Hell yeah. That would be amazing. Because obviously looking at other people's content as well is one way to improve your own. And I am always about improving my content. We're all Australians? Well, I am, you are, we are Australians. Right, let's turn hard. Try and stay on that path right there. That's pretty good. Give it a little bit of trim so that we don't sink quite so much. Beautiful. Giving your plane arthritis. That'll make two of us then. I don't think I have arthritis, but it sure feels like it sometimes. One, let's turn. Also, I apologize for the graphics quality. My video card is, well, my whole computer actually is not great. There we go, we've just about latched onto the glide path now. It looks like center might be in use, so we're going to change out to center. I mean, that's the thing about not using ATC, you can do whatever you want, really. Drop out some throttle. Yeah, nothing's set in stone while flying on NEOFLY. Let's set the trim so that it's not quite so full down. I'm not doing too well here. My approach is very scuffed. Give it a notch of flaps. Oh my. And, oh my god, yeah. If this were a real flight, I'm pretty sure I'd be getting sued. Every passenger would have a mild concussion right now. Oh wait, we don't have to worry about that. We're taking cargo. Hooray for no lawsuits. Got a little bit of a crosswind. There we go. Give it a little more throttle. As we approach, we're a little low. We're right about the speed we want to be for landing though. That's nice.
Transporter from dispatch. You still have time. Rush to the parking.
I'm not happy with that landing.
Clear the runway and taxi to parking.
And also something is going on with my rudders. Oh my god, what the hell happened there? I felt it before you saw it. Butter, I mean the landing, all things considered, felt pretty good. It was a landing speed of 160 feet. So I've definitely had better, but I've also had a lot worse. Oh my god, that was so bad. You done a 4 feet per minute landing? Yeah, I did like a 6 the other day. I actually have a log of all of my landings, so I can actually tell you what it really was in a moment. So I'm not very familiar with this airfield, so I'm not sure exactly where we'll be parking. There's our marshal out there. We were actually meant to turn there. So I'm going to do something very illegitimate because I want to get back up into the skies. We'll do a little bit of a longer flight this next time. But I'm going to be extremely illegitimate just for like a minute. Look away. If you don't like it. Patricia is even your age. We're planning on getting married in Australia, in an Australian cruise next year. Ooh. I hope that works out well for you. I really do. Why is it? The plane moves out on this view, but in this view here it feels way heavier and stops. That's so weird. Okay, I've stopped being illegitimate. You can look again now. Okay, so I'm coming in very weirdly again. Look away. Apparently it wants me to come in and around. I don't understand why. But like I said, I also don't really fly into Bankstown either, so I don't really understand their procedures. Or what their runways, what their taxiways and things are like either, so. We made it! We can close that now. I have to turn off the... No, I have to go to my flight in NEOFLY and hit play. That'll disembark the cargo.
Stand by, pilot. Cargo unloading.
We decided to adopt 2 babies as well. Oh my. Gonna have a hectic life there. But if that's what you want, then it's more power to you. I still think that's so cute that you two met the way you did.
Cargo unloaded and checked. It is always a pleasure to work with you.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Not yet. Right, I'm going to turn off the battery just for a moment. Then I'll reset these bits here. Yeah, so if we go over to NEOFLY, there it is. So we landed at... You'll see qualification score of 3 stars because we absolutely aced the landing on our touch and go for the qualification to fly, what is it, a turboprop? But we got an extra 2.5% XP. The flight time was 25 minutes and we landed again at 160 feet per minute at 95 knots. From there, the amount of XP we got, we respected the aircraft stress bonus, we got the payload realism bonus. I forgot to turn on my beacon before we started moving, so we lost a little bit of XP from that. It said that we had to land before 10:16 AM. It is currently 9:47 AM, so we absolutely nailed that. The total flight XP was $85. We're renting this 208, so we had to pay $763 in running costs. We also had to pay $618 in airport fees, so we lost about $1,400. But we made $14,000. So out of all of that, we made about $13,000 net. And we got a little extra XP here for running a deadline cargo, getting something in before the deadline was done. So you're in Adelaide? No. I mean, I'm close enough to it to say, well, I guess. It's in the same state. It's a day trip. Ah, you're in Eastern. Nice. Like, if we left early enough, could make it to Adelaide, do some bits, drive home, no problems. For me, it's kind of the same thing to Melbourne. If we left early enough, like just as the sun is coming up, could go into Melbourne, do whatever, drive home, be back at night. I'm in an awkward spot. Out in the middle of nowhere. However, all of that said, yeah, so that is our money. So let's have a look at our landings real quick, because some of my last few landings were pretty good. Korea, here we go. So my best landing in the last month was 5 feet per minute. Oh man, I was flying at 3:30 in the morning. I think this was a VR flight. I think I was flying the Cessna 152 in virtual reality. Are you at Bordertown? Close enough. But yeah, so 5 feet per minute was my best landing here, but I did another one, I think all time. That was 6. Yeah, so... Wait, hang on. Landing 5 feet per minute. Hang on. Does that mean I was climbing when I landed? Or is this just a bug? I'm so confused. Hey Roo, how you doing? Alright, let's find another job. Let's have a look at Shell Harbour. Shell Harbour has no jobs. You have Mittagong. Mittagong is high up in the mountains. It's also I crashed my plane at some stage and lost some money. I came into Mittagong from the east, going west, and I clipped a tree on the way in. I was so upset, and I lost my plane, I lost my rental deposit, I lost everything. So I should have noticed it and like flown pattern into 08 instead. Bye bye, have a good day at work. Slept late, how am I doing today? I fell down the stairs yesterday and I'm sore today. Luckily there was a very minimal bruising, but I am sore. Are you excited for the Hunter in a few days? Well, I guess it's a few days for you, but it's like tomorrow night for me. What do we got here? We have Camden here. Camden is actually a pretty decent runway to land at as well. Nice long runways, and I think as long as you come in from this direction, from the east again, you can get some pretty good landing clearance there from like any trees or anything. It's a very green area. Someone fell down the stairs and died. Yeah, I lost my footing and slipped down 3 or 4 stairs in the house. And I feel lucky that I got away with it with very minor bruising and some sore spots, rather than what could have happened. I know that feels like, oh god, I'm gonna die, I gotta die, oh let me die in the space of 0 to 100, yeah. I mean, it's the first time I've fallen down those stairs, so I'm okay with that. Alright, let's have a look here. We have 3 passengers here for $4,000. We have 2 passengers here for $3,000, so we can combine those 2 and get, what's that? I can't math. 5 passengers for roughly $7,000. Oh, excuse me, sorry, roughly $7,200. We could then also possibly consider taking this cargo all at the same time, but we're going to load up on the passengers. Actually, the cargo is $9,000. I'd make more from the cargo. So we'll load up the cargo.
Transporter from dispatch. I see you
We have
asked for a cargo mission.
£683
The ground crew is waiting for you in the
remaining.
parking to load the crates.
So we will also take the 2 passengers as well.
Transporter, loading has started. Stand by.
Alright, so our weight needs to be 2,226 pounds. Let's get over here, back into the game here. 2,226. We're going to be heavy. Hi Patricia, how you doing?
Hello, pilot. Your passengers are waiting for you. Let me know when we can send them. Pilot from dispatch. Boarding passenger. Please stand by.
Alright, let's quickly set up the plane here. We're not on any restrictions now though, which is nice. Turn on the battery once more. And we'll get the motor started. Make sure once again that everything is set up. The fuel is on cut off, so I want to bring that up to low idle condition. And let's get that starter going. The avionics are already on. Let's clear out our flight plan. Now the origin will be Bankstown, Yankee Sierra Bravo Kilo. From... oh, Jesus, do I want to taxi all that way again? I think we should. We will take off, not 11, right? 29 right though. Enter, then we will be landing at Camden. Which is Yankee Sierra Charlie November. And we'll just fly straight in here at runway 24. We'll then get the approach. I can't see what that RNAV approach is, but we'll fly visual 24 straight in. Again, we won't worry about minimums. This time I am going to set up the autopilot just a little bit because I want to like look over at the chat and say hi and everything like that. So we'll set up for, you wouldn't normally do it like this high, but we'll go like 2,000 feet at 800 feet per minute. So essentially we'll get up to the top and then we'll have to come back down anyway. Right, is our prop going? No. Please, can you start? My fuel is on. Every time there's issues. The condition is on correctly. So I don't understand why we're not starting. It's been working till midnight. Oh my lord. Be safe out there on the roads on your way home. Take care. Hope to see you sometime soon. Alright, let's see if we can figure out what's going on here. Because my plane is not starting. Even though it really should be.
Everything looks good from where I'm sitting.
There we go.
To the runway and take off.
What the hell happened there? Is it because it needed the external power to get going? I'm unsure. But we are going to head out now. Gonna go straight across to this taxi line and then taxi all the way down that taxiway over there. Again, that's one of the best things about not taxiing with any traffic is you can make up your own taxiways or how you want to get down to the runway. But at some stage, I will get on VATSIM and we'll actually fly like more legit. Patricia's boss keeping her overtime every day, although she should have a vacation tomorrow. That's a bit crap. Are they allowed to do that, to keep them every day? Seems illegal. At least here in Australia, right? If a boss tries to keep you overtime, like they can't really do that. I did say I was taking off like 19, right? 29. Yeah, that seems more like it. 29. And yeah, this time we're going to take off and we're pretty much going to hit the autopilot straight away. Not because I don't like flying manual, I just also like... I like giving the plane control. Oh my god, we're so far off that taxi line, I hate it. I try to hold myself to a standard, and I'm failing that standard right now. I also forgot that we didn't turn off our landing lights after the last one because the touchdown was so jank. I freaked out about everything and just forgot to do after landing checks. So that means retracting the flaps, turning off the landing lights, turning off the strobe. We can take off short here. Right, pre-flight checks. The autopilot is all set. We have the correct lights on. Flaps 1 are on. I don't think we need to do much else other than just go at this point. We don't have to worry about time here. This time here, our cargo is not time sensitive. So we could just go and go and go. Line up. And let's go. I'd really like to get into some peripherals like an actual yoke and stuff, but money is a thing. Oh my god.
Pilot, have a nice flight.
Start getting it onto the flight path. And let's hit the autopilot. And we will let this plane fly this journey itself. Oops, wrong button. Such a cool little plane, this one. And there in the background, you can actually see the Sydney CBD. Really cool. You guys are in Oregon, and because she signed a contract, the boss effectively can do it. She works as a secretary and I work as a maid, yet I work normal 8 to 12 hours. That seems so illegal from my point of view. But that's just being an Australian. I'm going to set myself far away here real quick. And I'm going to stop following the plane and see what happens. Here we go. Oh, that is what you like to see. Oh, those shots are beautiful. Sorry, I'm nerding out a little bit over the in-game camera. So it won't have a very long flight. This one here will do about 10 minutes and then we'll probably go land back at Sydney Kingsford Smith International while we take in all the views. Is that the military base down there? No. The military... There it is though. That military base there is extremely difficult to fly into, purely because of the amount of tree cover there is. Let me just speed up my drone here. or UAV as I was once told. So I came into land runway 29. But as you can see here, the trees really do obscure the landing quite a bit. I really should have flown pattern, tried to land runway 11. There's definitely a lot more space there. Yeah, neat little airfield, very difficult to land at, especially in slightly faster planes. But yeah, it's just, I'm never landing here ever again. Whoops, wrong button. There we go. You see it as illegal too? Yeah, like even though you guys, or especially in like customer service jobs, you might get paid like a lot less. But you still have rights to your time. Both wear dresses that match. Oh, that's cute. I've done the whole matching clothes thing. Never again. Ooh. Okay, I just got notified of an Amazon package coming that will help me fix my kitchen cupboard door. Been having some issues with it. It's like kind of falling off a little bit. Yikes. We're almost at the straight vectors. Look at this. We've flown just essentially a straight line. Runway is in sight right in front of us, 12 o'clock. As we get to the top of the straight, the prop RPM does need to be max here, but it's dipping into the red very slightly. As we come onto the straight here, I'm going to drop out some throttle so that we start slowing down, as we will be starting to come in very shortly. I'll set up the approach mode. We should pick up on the glide path very shortly and start descending. I'm pretty sure we could have gone up to like 3,000 even. There are limitations for how high you can fly, especially over residential areas, but right now I don't really care about that. Hello? Okay, we are above the glide path, so we are going to vertical speed down to intercept. Flaps 1. We are very slowly catching up with it. No! I'm gonna have to set it like really low here. Oop. So that we intercept the glide path. Is approach mode on? It is now. There we go. We've now intercepted the glide path. Give it another notch of flaps. That was so legitimate as well. Rudder pedals are good. So we'll have to fly in manual here, because we have to worry about that tree cover. Actually, I think I mentioned that before. Actually, wait, no. There's a big like run up to the runway. So I think we might be okay. I think the touchdown zone is actually there, just above my mouse, right there. Okay, the tree cover is not so bad. Sorry, I've seen the chat moving. I'll get to you in just a moment. I just need to focus for about 2 minutes. Start dropping out some throttle. The trim is trying to force me downwards, like heavily.
Transporter from dispatch. Nice landing. Go to the parking and put your parking brake on. I'll be in touch.
Right, we are dead throttle.
Transporter from dispatch. Clear the runway and taxi to parking.
Looks like there's a taxiway all the way up here, so we'll just take that one instead. That landing, by the way, much, much better. Very happy with that one. Good morning, Derv. How you feeling today, mate? Oh my lord, this is not the sort of taxiway I'd like to be taking. Alright. Let's do landing checks. We want to turn off the strobe. We want to turn off the landing lights. Retract flaps. Make sure that we haven't soiled ourselves. Nope, we're good. Landing checks complete. Hey, what's up, Flying Junkie? That's made for what looks like a 172. What's that? This is the 208 Caravan. Trying to stretch the muscles. You saw, yeah. I'm feeling you right now. Oh, the taxiway? Yeah, it really is. I mean, we're on it comfortably. It's just, I wish I had slowed down a little sooner. Yeah, my trim was set to like -10, pushing me downwards. In the end, it worked. Like, it was like nose down 10%. And if you're wondering how I know, my Stream Deck has this information on it. I try not to add too much information onto the Stream Deck because I can look around the cockpit instead. These were starting to hurtle off. There's our ramp marshal. I see them over there to our left. Alright, Patricia and I even... Oh wait, hang on, I read that one. On the cruise where she and I met, she did not have extra clothes after she was done with the pool. So I gave her one of my dresses. She just sat next to each other and talked about each other, and it was love ever since. Ah, that's so cute. All right, let's see if we can get in here comfortably. Perfect. Wow. Oh my god. Oh, my wing is clipping through. I was like, I don't think we could get much closer, but the wing is clipping through the building. You should have told me to stop sooner, you idiot. Alright, turn off the prop. I'll also forgot to turn off the fuel boost, so we might have been using a little more fuel there. Let's go over to... No, I need to turn off the fuel here as well. Alright, so we landed. Any guesses? Anyone paying attention to the landing?
Transporter. Disembarkation in progress. Stand by.
Alright, so we've got... we're flying a mono turboprop right now, so this one here is your throttle, obviously. The blue is your propeller, and the red is your fuel. And there's the inside of the plane, if you're wondering. Was distracted by soup.
Transporter. Cargo unloading in progress. Stand by, pilot.
There we go. So we are unloading both our cargo and our passengers. I can see how fast we landed, by the way. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad either, considering that we had to deal with the pitch trim sending us down into the ground. Which is something I need to do in my pre-landing check. We'll now probably fly all the way back over to Sydney, if we can find a job there. Let's bring up NEOFLY.
Let's go.
Not yet. What time is it? It is 11:17. So we're looking at these ones here from 10:11 onwards. So we landed at Camden at a speed of 82 knots. I think that's a little slow. Let me just quickly check the flight assistant information. Landing speed 88 to 65. Oh, so we're right on the dot there. That's pretty good. At 141 feet per minute. So that's pretty good. Got a smooth landing bonus there. So the flight time was 18 minutes. We got bonus security for having all of our lights on, the aircraft stress respect bonus, and the realism bonus. That's cool. We got an extra rate of XP, 2.5%, because we have 3 stars in the C qualification, which is the maximum you can have. The rented aircraft cost was $556, and the airport fees were $618. So we lost out on about $1,200 when, like, rounded up, it would be like a few dollars. But we made 12 and 4, so we made about $16,000, but we only lost about $12,000. So all up, made roughly $15,000 from that flight there. Definitely bringing in the money today. Hello, I see Discord messages coming through. Okay, so with that, we're going to try and find a job over to Sydney, the Sydney International. There are no jobs over to Sydney. That's insane. I think you can refresh it by adjusting your max distance. I don't know how far Sydney is from here, but it's probably no more than like 100 nauticals at the most. Have a look here. Yeah, this is 112 and it's taking us out to Koodle here. So we can probably just bring it downwards until we start seeing jobs for Sydney. Could also go back to Bankstown. Wouldn't really like that. I had a bad experience landing there just before, so if we can figure out how far Bankstown is. Bankstown is 17 nauticals, so we can probably even go like under 50 nauticals and get jobs for Sydney. Please. Oh wait, we could do cargo goods market. That's something that I forgot. So if we look up Yankee Sierra Sierra Yankee, Yeah, we can see here that Sydney are buying beer, magazines, gold, and artifacts. The magazines are going to net us the most at $421 per. Sorry, I feel like I was like motor mouth there for a second. So we can just try and stock up on magazines until our... We're going to cap out... Oops, excuse me. We are going to cap out on weight before we cap out on... money. So this one here, we spend $20,000 to make $400 per. 4 times 20 is 80. So we'd be making, what's that, $8,000 at the end of it. That doesn't sound right. 4, 8. Oh wait, yeah, it possibly sounds right. Yeah, because 10 is 4,000. So it'll be $8,400 at the end of it to fly from here to Sydney with our own cargo. It's pretty heavy though, so I might just drop that back just a little until we're about 500. That's good there. So yeah, so we'll buy these magazines and we'll make roughly $8,000. What did I say before? 8.4. We're losing out, so we'll make 7.6 out of this. So we'll be losing $18,000 and we'll make back 25,000, 26,000 ish. So there we go. We then need to adjust. Let's go back into game. We now need to adjust our weight to 2,150 pounds. I mean, you can do it with more. It doesn't discredit you for doing way more than is needed. But obviously, you don't want to be taking on more than you need. So, that's the thing there. Alright, let's see if we can start this plane up with no issues this time, shall we? Turn on the battery. Fuel boost is on. Let's get the starter going. Wait, I have no fuel. That's not going to work. That shouldn't also be all the way up there. Let's turn prop up all the way. Starter's still on. That's good. Let's get a pushback planned while we're waiting. Going to push back to here, then we will taxi. Oh my lord. Then we'll taxi out this way here. All the way down to the runway. Looks good, right? Try that starter again. Please. What is going on here? It's like it just doesn't want to start up.
Everything looks good from where I'm sitting.
There we go. Make sure that that is still climbing. It is. Let's request our pushback. We'll wait for them to attach, then we will release the parking brake. Wait, no, we can release it now. We just have to wait for them to attach here. By the way, I just want to mention that if any of you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and like the live stream. It does help out a bunch and lets YouTube know that you want to see more, and also lets YouTube know that others might also enjoy the content. It helps out a bunch. Thank you very much. That's all I'm going to really say about it. Also, actually, that's a lie. if you want to see me flying a plane following some real-world procedures, or real-ish world procedures, check out my first flight on VATSIM video. It popped off with over 2,000 views randomly. I'm very grateful for that. But if you want to see me fly a bit more realistically with some traffic and everything, including real people playing as the air traffic control, definitely go check out that video. That would be awesome of you if you could. Thank you. Oh, Jesus. Don't move forward. You're going to kill them. Alright. With that, our beacon is on. Our nav lights are on. Set flaps. Flaps 1. Pull down the throttle just a little. Oh man, that was scary there. Turn the fuel boost to normal. Starter off. And let's begin our taxi to... Oh wait, hang on. Jesus, I forgot to even put in a flight plan. Oh, that's an idiot move. I really should have done that first. Alright, we are at Camden. Taking off runway 29 or 28. No. Let me get out the drone. What runway are we taking off? 24. Taking off runway 24. The destination today is going to be Sydney. We will fly in... let's go 3-4 right in. Select the approach. This one here is going to be RNAV 3-4 right via NDEV. The minimums are 20 feet. No, not 20 feet. It's like 80 feet or something. There you go. There is our flight plan all put in. This one here, we will be doing a bit of autopilot. And we'll fly up to 3,000 feet on this one here. I believe... Actually, it might be 3,800. Let's do 3,800 at a vertical speed of 800 feet. Alright, now with that... all of our things are complete. Let's get onto the runway. So, who's got plans for the weekend? What's going on over there in internet land? And also, Derv, not sure if you're interested or not, but we are doing another Hunter Call of the Wild play session, and as always, you're more than welcome to join if you would like. Horrible taxi. But it's going to be a short one. Oh my god, my rudder is going crazy. I might need to set up a dead zone for my controller. Also, we're taxiing very, very quickly. Let's just slow down quite a lot. We'll pull all the way down. Whoa! My hand was on left there. And it started pulling right. That's strange. Gets old after so many years? What's that? like plans for the weekend. I mean, those plans can involve just sitting around the house. I'm not going to judge. They're just going to back taxi a little bit down to 2-4. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We can back taxi as much as we want. Oh, vegging over the weekend gets old when you never have anything to do and you need a job. Alright, tight turn. Probably could have actually gone down the zone there a little more, but alright, pulling up. The flaps are set, lights, strobe, and landing are now on. Line up with the runway a little better, and let's go. Full throttle. And we are very gently taking off.
Enjoy your personal flight, pilot. You can switch from one
Oh,
job
that
site to
was
later.
nice. Alright, flaps up. Set the trim. Oops. Let's turn on the autopilot. We'll turn this way slightly, get it going. Did I not set something up properly? Oh, I know, we're just closer that way. As long as we are continuing to climb here, we are at 800 feet. That's perfect. And I really, for some reason, I took off this way, but I really should have turned around to the left rather than to the right. I don't understand why the aircraft is doing that. But our cruising altitude on this flight will be 3,800 feet. We'll be going over to the NDEV, approach into runway 34. 34 right. Make sure that is correct. Yep, RNAV 34 right. So what RNAV is, as I have learned, as we fly back over the airfield again, RNAV is a G. So ILS is like, it's something embedded into the airfield that helps planes track where the airfield is using their systems. I think it's more like a radio sort of thing. I believe RNAV is made on is made off the GPS foundation rather than having something physically there. And apparently they're working on a new technology for airplanes right now. I saw it in a video recently where systems are going to do it based off of AI, like learning, kind of like with RNAV, but also with AI. If you look up the Airbus Dragonfly video, he explains it a little bit there. It's really interesting. Actually sat there and watched the whole video. Alright, so we are going to be flying direct to NDEV, and then from there we'll start our descent at Sydney Final. Wait, that doesn't sound right. We should be a lot higher than that. I've probably screwed something up. Not your sort of game, really? Fair enough. You know me, I just want to invite you. Alright, so it looks like we just hit the spacebar here. Very chill out here today in Sydney. Great flying conditions. We are flying live time, live weather. This is currently 11 in the morning. I love it. Actually, I was flying a plane with Flying Junkie the other day. We decided to take the Diamond DA40 NG for a flight from Brisbane to the Gold Coast, and the windows on that thing, I forgot how huge they were. Like, you can see right back to like here, all the way around, with no like there's no, oh, excuse me, there's no need for structure in the middle of the plane. It's just, it's full window. If I wasn't flying back to back to back to back, I'd bring it up. I mean, I could still bring it up and then just restart the plane. Wouldn't take too much, wouldn't take too much effort. Sorry, I'm losing what English is. I believe... Where's the airfield? That kind of looks like the Sydney airfield there. The way that there are these two little prongs. Kind of in the right spot for it too. So that may be Sydney right there where we are landing. Kind of in the right spot too, to our 10 or 11 o'clock. Or it could be out here a little more. There appears to be like another kind of step there. So hard to tell. Oh, I've just noticed, taking my headphone out, part of it has collapsed. Not like in a bad way, like the whole structure is there, just the part that protects the inner workings from earwax has collapsed and disappeared. As I use in-ear headphones, I like the feeling of not having anything over my ears, as I did that for just way too many years. Also probably should have loaded up Volanta. Aha! Here we go. Our top of descent has changed from near Sydney Final to just before NDEV. So at this point here at the top of descent, marked by TOD. Let me just zoom in there. There it is. Marked by TOD. At that point there, just before it, we'll drop off some of our throttle because we will then start descending at that point. Fixable? No. No, the most I can do for that one now is just make sure... oh, excuse me, sorry. Is just make sure that the ear canal is clean so that it doesn't clog up with everything. It's just if you get your headphones, because I know you use the same ones, if you know where they are, if you get them and look at the very end, there's like a little metal grate that's missing. Also, at some stage, I was doing a flight. I know I mentioned this in like another video, right? I was doing a flight into Sydney. I think it was from Melbourne. And the I'm back in the skies video, I mentioned that we crossed over the Sausage waypoint, which I believe is this one here in between Campy and Endev. I believe that's Sausage, but on my approach into 3-4 left, I actually hit Sausage. There's the runway. Yeah, so it's actually on one of the, I think it's the ILS 3-4 approach into Sydney. And I was like, imagine landing that, and then I actually landed that. Alright, we have roughly 1 minute until our top of descent. I believe we have some VNAV on this as well. Turn on VNAV. And we will see what happens. Actually, I've gotten very comfortable flying the A32NX now as well. It didn't take super long. It's a little bit daunting at first, but all things considered, there's not too much more to learn about it over the actual A320 Neo, the standard one. Let's drop off some throttle here. Let's start dropping down to about 130, 140. Because by the time we start descending, our flaps 1 can be engaged 150 and below. So we want to make sure that we are staying below that. Let's turn on the approach mode as well. There is no approach mode yet. Our top of descent didn't change. I'll fly down to 3,000. Now wait, it's saying VPath. That's something I haven't seen before. We have 2 minutes to get down. What's that? That's 400 feet per minute. And now it's saying our top of descent is in front of us again. I am so confused as what is going on. Either way, we'll descend a little manually. We're going to cross over the Sausage waypoint here as we make our way onto final from Endev. The windows in this thing are so narrow. Maybe I should have gone for the TBM instead. There we go. It's just picked up on the VNAV now. What this little arrow is here, it's the vertical navigation. Doesn't seem to work in a whole lot of planes, but it's working in this one. Our bottom of descent is as we are turning around here. As we turn straight onto the approach for runway 34 right. We'll probably taxi all the way to the end of the runway and turn off Bravo 10. And then we'll go to parking via... Oh, there's our approach. Then we will go into so essentially we'll come in 3-4, which is this way here. Then we'll go Bravo 10, Charlie, this way a little bit, like this. Charlie 2, cross runway 25, which goes this way. Sorry, Charlie, cross runway Charlie 2. And then we'll take a right onto Golf and go right down to general aviation parking. If that seemed difficult to understand, don't worry, you'll see it in action. I'm just kind of planning the route out in my head. Because I don't think... Actually, there might be another runway that we can get off on, like a tango runway, which is what runs right along the side of runway 34 right. Is taxiway Tango. Let's have a look. Can we see the runway? There it is. So Tango runs right along the runway this side here and has multiple exits as you go on. Bravo 10 and Lima are right at the end of the runway that connects these two runways. Essentially Bravo 10, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this, Bravo 10 and Lima run side by side right across here. Charlie is this taxiway here. You might be able to just barely see it by these two lighter markings. And then Charlie is the one that goes up that way. Oops, Jesus. Get off the rudder. We'll let it get back on after that little thing there, then I will disconnect the autopilot. Once it finishes its turn. Actually, are we flaps 1 yet? No. Give it a little less speed until we are just about at 130, and then I'll disconnect. Because we're going to lose a little more speed still. And I want to turn on the landing flaps at 125. Make sure that the trim is set. Looking pretty good. It's still driving me a little bit into the ground, but I guess with the flaps that's kind of acceptable. Sitting right on 125. However, once we pull up a little bit, that will no longer be the case. We're losing a little bit on the path here. I don't know if we've been live. Nearly 2 hours. Wow. Right, before we go too much faster, going to engage flaps 2 for landing and then pitch the nose down again. We're coming in so slow. And we're a little high, not too high. So I'm getting all this information from the screen in front of me. The line shows the line into the airfield. So you want those two parts there to match up. And then as for our descent, the little purple diamond next to our altitude, roughly here, shows the glide path you should be taking down to the runway. So if it's below the yellow line there, you are indeed too high. If it is above it, you are too low. I mean, all things considered, I think we're doing okay for an approach. We're a little to the right. But we're doing a good speed. See, now we're starting to get a little low, so I'm going to pitch the nose up very gently and give it a little more throttle. Before we land in the ocean, chill. Looks like we're dealing with a crosswind. We are, I saw it. We're going left to right on the crosswind. And here we go. Idle throttle. Oh my lord, we're bouncing.
Touchdown.
And once again, my rudder pedal is going crazy. I don't even know why they're going... I'm going Tokyo Drift mode. What the hell is going on? Go slow, go slow, go slow. Go slow. Jesus Christ. I don't know what happened there, but we were definitely, you know, deja vuing down the side there. Deja vu. I've been here in this place before. That was awful. Either way, we are going to go right up to Uniform 1, join Lima. It's just because I've changed some of my rudder settings. And I'm still not used to them yet. They're great in the A32NX, the fly-by-wire A320 Neo. But they're not so good in the smaller aircraft, so I might have to set up a separate set of controls that have different dead zones. Here we go. Uniform. Onto Lima. From Lima, we're going to go, I think this is Sierra. They just look way too sensitive. Is this Sierra? Indeed. And then from Sierra, we will go all the way up via Bravo 10 and Charlie, cross runway 25, Charlie 2, Golf to the parking. Is there not a way to set up multiple profiles for multiple planes? I believe there is, but I think you still have to switch them manually. I just need to make my rudder less sensitive in this plane. After flying the heavy A320 fly-by-wire, this plane just feels completely different. Alright, now that all that craziness is off, let's turn off the landing and strobe lights. I really should have done that as we came off the runway, but... There might be a way to do it automatically, but I don't know of it. Alright, flaps are fully retracted. The 320 is a nice plane though. It is. It really is. I've really enjoyed it. After this, I'm going to have a look on VATSIM to see if there are any controllers online in Australia. If there are, I might do a VATSIM flight. Even though I was just focusing on NEOFLY and I really should be using a VATSIM flight to record at the moment. But yes. Anyway, Coolmore. Coolmore? I hope I said that right. Welcome. I hope you're doing well today. I am speeding down this taxiway. Get up my stats here. Oh, no wonder my throttle's pretty hard out at the moment. I'm reading it like noir, you know, noir. Bleed off a little more speed here as we go over the overpass. Make sure that we don't destroy the plane on their way down. A little wider the taxiway, but that's okay enough for a smaller plane. We'll have a look at my dead zones after this and try and change the sensitivity of the... Because I don't fly with peripherals. Well, I fly with a peripheral. I fly with an Xbox controller. But I don't have any of the fancy peripherals that a lot of other people use. Because money is a real thing. So I'm going to have to change the sensitivity probably of my left and right triggers. Crossing runway 25? You what? Yeah. An Xbox controller. Because that's literally all I can afford. And the A3 2NX is difficult to fly with a controller. Mainly the ground. The air stuff is not so bad once you get off the ground. Like once you get in the air, that thing is a dream to fly on controller. Like hand flying it is great. I can't imagine what it would be like with a side stick. I just imagine that the experience gets much, much better. Taxiing a little slow here. You're on a PC that would physically implode when starting Flight Sim 2020. Yo, I feel that. My computer is getting on to about 6 years old now, with very little upgrades in it. I put in some RAM and a little bit of a better graphics card than I did have, but it's bad for Flight Sim. It's good for a lot of games, but like sometimes I drop to like 15 FPS in Flight Sim. Yeah, the hot house. Yeah, I'd like to get one like the just like the X52 or something like that. Nothing crazy, something pretty affordable, but like has a good past reputation. That would be awesome. Get back on that yellow line. Please. Let's drop out our throttle. Oh my god, I am floating everywhere. Where's my taxi? Not my taxi. I am being so bad at this right now. I turned off too early. I didn't turn off, sorry. You're going budget since you only play FSX? Yeah. Do you fly VATSIM at all? Oh wait, it wants us to come in from the other side. Are you kidding me? Dude. This is what happens when you don't pay attention. Alright. Don't look if you don't like illegitimate just for the next minute. Where's our marshal? Oh, right there. I didn't even notice. Well, the sticks are up. So I'm just going to park it. I'm going to reset the flight after this. Let's get NEOFLY up. Make sure that it recognizes we are in Sydney.
Start your engine.
No, I'm turning off the battery here real quick. Then let's bring up NEOFLY. See you later, Victoria. Take care of yourself. I hope to see you again sometime soon. And if I don't ever see you again, good luck in your life with Patricia. I really do hope that everything does work out between you two. And that all of your life plans go as according to what you would like. Sorry, your chat wasn't chatting. It's all good. Alright, so we landed at Sydney with a speed of 92 knots, maybe a little fast, but at a vertical speed of 99 feet per minute. That's pretty decent. We now got... Come on, NEOFLY. Can you please stop freezing? Thank you. So now that we're here at Sydney, we have these magazines to sell. We're going to make roughly $420 on each. So we should make roughly 26,190. So we'll sell them off to Sydney after buying them in Camden. There we go. If we go back to the flight log here. The rented aircraft fees were $1,000 and the airport fees were $1,236. So we lost roughly $1,300, no, $2,300 out of the 7,000-ish that we made. So we still went up about $6,000. That's fine. You're applying for ATC in Germany, Munich? Oh, that's pretty sick, actually. Right, I'm going to quickly check VATSIM here. I'm going to look at the VAT map and see if any Australian ATC is on. I do have a direct line to an ATC controller that does Melbourne and Sydney. But I think they're at work right now. What is the mob? The mob is like the future moderators. The moberators. I just don't have a team behind me yet because my channel isn't large enough to need one. I can handle it all myself at the moment. Alright, so there is absolutely no ATC in Australia right now. Actually, yesterday someone was covering the whole eastern seaboard from the Tasman Sea here right up to Nauru. This whole section here covering all the departures and arrivals into the eastern seaboard of Australia. It was crazy. Do I like cheese? I like cheese nuts. Sorry. Every time I see something that's like cheese or 50 or whatever, I think it's a D's nuts joke. Good job on your first VATSIM flight. Thank you, Clonk. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I was nervous as hell. You could also just fly somewhere else. Yeah, I just like flying out of these airfields because, well, Sydney, Adelaide, Melbourne mainly, because I know them enough where I don't have to feel too bad. I'd like to do a flight from Perth to Adelaide or Adelaide to Perth. Really get out there. Apparently Perth has a really nice airfield and I haven't really looked at it, so... But yeah, if we have a look at the rest of the ATC, plus a lot of the ATC talk really fast. I'm half deaf, so I can't really, oh my god, the eastern part of America is popping off right now. Tower, approach, ATIS, you got, what's this one here? They've got two here with, delivery, ground, tower, ATIS, the approach and departure zones here with center online as well. God damn. Hey, look, if anyone else is flying VATSIM, it seems like a really good idea to fly out from, what's this, Jesus. Carolina-ish area over to like that's not Seattle. Seattle's on the other side of the country. To New York. So flying right across from there seems like a really good idea. Oh my god, they're covering right up to like around Maine as well in center. Or is that into no, that's not into Canada at that point, right? Canada is divided by this river here. You're playing modded MC, like modded Minecraft? Yo, that's a Chad move right there. I love Minecraft. Anyway, if you want a real challenge, fly in London airspace during peak hours. It's non-stop talking on frequency and you have to wait up to 5 minutes, and they talk very quickly in London airspace. Like, I know that I can talk very, very fast, but at the same time, I can't really listen to it very fast, especially since because I'm a new pilot on VATSIM. Oh my god, there's even more in... That is crazy coverage in America and Canada right now. Yeah, because I'm a new pilot, I'm finding it very hard to not have to take notes. But yeah, obviously that just comes with time. That's why I'd prefer to fly around Australia. What's London actually doing right now? Oh my god, London is stacked right now. And there's no ATC online. So London's stacked. The only tower is in North Africa. Oh, sorry, ATIS Center is in North Africa. Oh my lord. I mean, okay, it's not quite as busy as it looks, but it's still pretty busy, all things considering. There's lots of airfields being used right now. It looks more stacked like this because of all the FIR boundaries. I really should turn them off. Where's the FIR boundaries? Yeah, that cleans it up. Where's the airports in use? There we go. That looks a bit better. So it looks a little less stacked right now, but it's still pretty stacked. At least compared to Australia. Like, Australia might have this many flights flying around it right now. Yeah, so it's just all the FIR boundaries that are giving the illusion that there's a lot. Oh my lord, there's center all the way down the west coast of South America. That's sick. It's 2 AM, it's dead. Ah, fair enough. Hang on. You're playing modded MC, so you can't play? Yeah. You have a what? A Squecker variant. What do you mean by that? Sorry. Notes are good. Yeah, I'm trying to find ways to make them more concise, so that they come up a little better. London is the busiest airspace on VATSIM during peak. So I'm currently 9.5 hours ahead of Zulu time. At least for another month or so. Wait, what's the date today? Another 2 months or so. Then we're 10.5 hours ahead of Zulu. So like peak hours in the UK is probably when I'm sleeping. So doesn't really help. Right. I'm going to restart my... Actually, hang on. How long have we been live? We've been live for 2 hours and 10 minutes. Shall we do a passenger flight out of Sydney? If I can find one. Start heading up north. say 5 p.m. to 11:30. Okay, so that's like... Oh, that's like very early morning for me at the end of peak. I might be able to get up in time to at least check it out. Otherwise, I'd be up until like 2 or 3 a.m. Oh, a squeaker is a child who... Oh, sorry. It said squeaker before, so I wasn't sure if that was a term or not. Yeah. You mean the squeaker with like... sort of squeaker voice. That's local time. 5 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. like UTC or British summertime, I should say at the moment. Yeah, that'd be very late for me. Like, I think that's like 2:30 in the morning start time. Hang on, but that's like 5 p.m. to 11:30. That's like 6 hours. Yeah, as long as I get up early in the morning, I should at least be able to go sit at something like what airfield would you suggest just sitting at and listening to? I heard Birmingham and Heathrow are... Well, Heathrow is obviously a good one, but I heard Birmingham isn't such a bad choice either. Birmingham. Heathrow? Alright. If I can get up early tomorrow morning, I'll go look at Heathrow. Or if I'm up late tonight, I'll go look at Heathrow. Gatwick? Probably the most chaotic. Okay. Hang on. Where's my notebook? Oh, Jesus Christ. Leaning over hurts. Pen. Okay, so let's put it on this page here. Because I fell down 4 stairs yesterday and I feel bruised. I'm not very bruised at all. I'm just sore. Alright, so we want to be observing Birmingham, Heathrow, or Gatwick. Gotcha. I've got them all written down and I'll keep my eye on it tomorrow morning. Gatwick has more coverage most of the time due to it being easier than Heathrow, like the taxiways and everything. I'm gonna pull up a chart real quick. I'm gonna go have a look-see. I'll bring up taxi charts for both Gatwick and Heathrow. We'll go have a look at them. What is it? EGKK. I'll also load up Birmingham's as well. Taxi aerodrome chart. So that is the one. It indeed is. Ooh. Your charts in the UK are pretty. The ones here in Australia are just pure black and white. I'm seeing colour. At least in the Gatwick one. There is... I believe that one was Heathrow? No, that was... Oh wait, yeah, no, that was Heathrow. And then BB. Taxi. Aerodrome chart. Lovely. Okay. Bring that one up. Minimize that. Heathrow has one main taxiway on the outside, which is Alpha. Yeah, Adelaide in Australia has one huge taxiway as well. I'll load up the taxiways for Adelaide so I can show you that as well. By the way, if you're looking to go like around Australia, Adelaide is a great airport to either take off or land from. The taxiways are super simple. All right. Let's bring this up. Let's make this full screen. Bit to screen. Okay. Okay, so we are looking at Gatwick right now. 2 runways. What's that? 08 and 26? Yep. Left and right. I feel like I've seen this airfield somewhere recently. In like a video. Because I remember someone like taxiing Juliet through November Alpha 3 holding Mike 1 or Mike 3 or something. Or maybe it was Alpha 2. I don't know. But either way, yeah, it was crazy. I've sent you something on Discord for Heathrow. Alright, cool. Yeah, that's how the charts I usually see are, not like this. Lots of parking here. 2 terminals with cargo along taxiway Lima. So I assume you park right around Kilo Alpha Lima in Pier 3 and then Kilo November Juliet in Pier 2. So that means that if I were to ever fly out of Gatwick, I'd probably want to be picking something along Pier 2. Just ease of use, obviously. Because it'd be a first time, Pier 2 wouldn't be such a bad idea. You personally use Navigraph charts? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, life is a thing. I can't afford much. I really need a computer upgrade. I'd like to get a couple of peripherals, even if it's just like a HOTAS or something like that, or HOTAS, however you pronounce it, and then on to things like Navigraph with the moving charts and everything like that would be awesome, but not really necessary at the moment. The main parking for North Terminal is EasyJet, WestJet, and Emirates. You can help you with PCs. I mean, I know enough about building PCs. I've been building them since I was in high school, so both me and my brother, and we cross-check information with each other as well. I'm not looking for anything crazy. Probably go AM4 with an NVIDIA graphics card though. I'm not sure if I'll go a 40 series or if I'll just stick with like a 3080 or something. Because apparently they're still pretty good, and the 40 series is starting to get quite expensive, so. Like 2,500 quid, but it munches through Let me try that again. You can give you your PCPP link? Yeah, sure. I'll check it out. 2,500 quid. So that's quite expensive in Australian dollars. That's got to be like closer to $3,500 to $4,000. You're going to get a 6750 XT. Ooh, that'd be cool. Like yours, you have a 3060 12 gig, yeah. Fourth, okay, I was a little bit off on my conversion rates. Jesus Christ, $5,000. Yeah. All right, let's go have a look. I think the next one was Heathrow. Yes, it is London Heathrow. I actually, not too long ago, I actually took off from Heathrow. I just like did a random flight one day in the A320, like the Asobo one. Parked somewhere here along Terminal 2B. Because I remember like having to go Bravo, Link 25, Alpha to 3 up to Alpha 2 holding point, and then I flew out to I think it was Edinburgh. It was like somewhere in Scotland, but I wanted to fly out there just for funsies. So Heathrow doesn't look overly confusing, just lots of offshoot taxiways. And lots of alpha numbers to remember too. Holy crap. Can I fly with you? Are you connected up to VATSIM currently? Ah, not right now. I'm probably going to finish up soon. I want to go get some lunch. Since I've been live for 2.5 hours and I haven't really eaten breakfast, so... Otherwise, I would say, sure. But I'll probably be on a little later. Oh, wait, but you're in the UK, right? Jesus, so it's already, like, pretty late for you. Yeah, for sure, another time. I mean, I'm free a lot of the time at the moment. So, and if not, then I can usually put aside what I'm doing, whether it's video editing or whatever. You're in a big city in Germany with a big airport, but it isn't listed in VATSIM. That's dumb. What airfield is that? I wonder if it's in Microsoft Flight Sim. Because the thing is that, like, if it's not in Microsoft Flight Sim, it's probably in X-Plane. Anyway, let's move on here. I think this is Birmingham. Yeah, Birmingham's a nice, easy one. This is kind of like Sydney. Sydney, not overly complicated, good amounts of parking, and extremely easy to understand. So if I were to go flying in the UK, probably start off here in like Birmingham or something. Nuremberg? Really? That's not listed? No way. Sierra is also nice. Alright, we'll load that one up as well. Where are we now? Stansted. You're right, that is actually very easy to understand. So the aprons are also where so these ones here will be where you park all your jets and everything. Possibly some small business or GA along this western side of apron A and on apron 2, I assume. Or maybe even over here on this apron off Golf. So your first flights were out of there. It is very easy to understand. I like this one. Hang on, I'll show you Adelaide as well real quick. It's one of my favorite airfields to come out from because it's just so easy to understand. So all of your parking here is along Tango. A lot of the bays are at Tango 2, Tango 3. And so like you'll get a call out like taxi to runway 05 down this end. Taxi via Tango 2, Bravo 1, Alpha 6, Alpha 5, Alpha 4. So nice big long one there. Foxtrot True Cross runway 1, 2, Foxtrot 3, Foxtrot 6. And it's just a huge line all the way down. It's so simple. Very nicely done. And like even when you're like coming out of the GA parking here, like there's a little bit of parking over here at Tango 1. But most of the GA parking, there's quite a few slots here. And they'll ask you to taxi like 2, 3. It's like Alpha 2, Alpha 3, Alpha 4, Alpha 5, Alpha 6, Bravo 2. Like it's just a big circle. It's so nice. Very easy to understand. And Sydney as well. Sydney looks complicated, but like I'm sure anyone with any sort of experience would find Sydney also very easy. Which is where we have just landed. Oh, Jesus. Taxi. Chart. There you go. So we landed in runway 34 right here, taxiing Lima, Sierra, Bravo 10, Charlie, cross runway 25, Charlie 2, Golf, and we are parked somewhere over in, I think we're in domestic 4? We might be in domestic 5. Yeah, Sydney, very, very easy to understand. Nice long taxiways that you can follow. I get a bit confused when I'm coming in 3-4 left though, because when you come off Bravo 9 here, it starts feeling a bit convoluted at this intersection here. Do I play any other? Yeah, I play lots of other games. I'm actually doing the Hunter Call of the Wild tomorrow night with some friends. My tomorrow night, obviously. In like, a little under 48 hours? No. A little under 36 hours I'm playing with them. But then I also play a bunch of other games as well, like Shadows of Doubt. That's a detective game. I want to put some fishing maybe on the channel. I'm not much of a fisher, but you know, always here to learn. Yeah, I play lots of things, but right now I'm just focusing on Microsoft Flight Sim and Euro Truck Simulator 2 while I try and get something sorted with my workflow. And then once I find that I'm more comfortable with my workflow, I'll start posting a little more, like different games. Can we watch this on stream? I get a little bit worried about watching other people's content on stream. Give me a second. 2.5 minutes, that's not very long. Okay, so it's just showing about all the airways, right? Oh my god, that is some cool video effect. Alright. You ever heard of Satisfactory? Yes, I have indeed. I own it on another Epic account somewhere. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to shut down Flight Sim because my computer is hating me at the moment. Currently running 75% CPU usage. I will turn off this music. I'll quit the game and then I'll bring across the NAT stuff, and then I will probably end to go get some food. Once again, if you have enjoyed the stream though, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you do want to see more before we watch this video. I just want to point that out. Hit the bell to get notifications on all the videos that I upload, including these live streams. I want to go live a little bit more as well while things are a little bit dead. And especially on games like Euro Truck Simulator 2, where we can just chill out and chit-chat. Alright. Already subbed? Thank you so much. Also, if you're wondering, if you've subbed while I've been live and you're wondering why your name hasn't appeared at the top of the page, I actually figured this out. Your name doesn't appear at the top of the page because your subscriptions are not public. So I've had a few people message me about it, and yeah, that's why. So if you don't have your subscriptions on public, you don't see your name up at the top. You subbed from the first flight video? Oh my god, I'm so glad that you enjoyed it enough to subscribe. Thank you. Honestly, in terms of editing, I feel like it was a weak effort, but it got the message across that it was a new flight, and I almost didn't upload the video, honestly. Like, I've said this to a few people. I was just going to use it as a reference for me for later on, and then I'm like, but then people can learn from it, because a lot of people do get anxious, and I wanted to show that it's okay to mess up and everything like that, so I didn't really cut out too much. I cut out a lot of the dead space, obviously. The video moves very fast. But, yeah. a lot of people really enjoyed it, and I just have to say I cannot thank them enough for all the support and all the kind messages and all the advice I got. I'm really excited to get into another VATSIM thing and completely forget it all because I'm anxious. But yeah. And now that I'm like pretty much over my my man flu cold thing, I feel confident about talking to people instead of sounding like this. Yeah. You also learn with a lot of practice. Yeah, well, those were my first 2 flights, and I was especially nervous for the approach. Not so much for the departure, but the approach, where I thought that we were going to get handed off to Unicom, but he flew us all the way in. That was crazy. Like, we were like a couple hundred nautical miles out of his FIR, so... Now you want to start over again. Oh, man. It'd be so cool, but like you're ruined by experience, right? Like you can never truly start anything over again because your experience sticks with you. On your first flight, you left mid-IFR clearance. Oh, no. Oh no. Alright, I'm going to turn up the video sound here quite a lot. Just to remind me that it was at negative... Oh no, I wasn't paying attention. I think it was negative 39. So like negative 40-ish. I'll bring it up to negative 20 because I have some effects on it. So, alright, with that. It wasn't VATSIM, but still, yeah. Yeah, experience can ruin you. Right, let's watch this. I'm going to shut up for the next 2.5 minutes. Hang on. Each day, around 6,000 flights operate out in the UK airspace. It is among the busiest and most complex in the world. Welcome to a typical day. After seeing this, like, I know you don't really see it a whole lot, but after seeing this, I have so much respect. Like, seeing all those planes holding at their holding patterns and holding points and stuff, that was nuts. Where was that? Like, around here. Like, I was just sitting here in awe, watching all the planes through their holding patterns. And you know that they're probably stacked. Like, stacked heavily. Insane. That's such a cool video. Thanks for sharing that one, actually. And you're learning to become an ATC controller IRL. Wait, hang on. Did I read that right? No, I didn't. Oh wait, no, I did. You're starting to become one IRL. That would be sick. I'd love to control Heathrow IRL and then miss the message above it that says you're studying to become one. Facepalm moment right there. You remember watching Flight Radar during a massive storm over here, and there were 40 aircraft just over London airspace alone. Holy crap. Yeah, I guess they would have to wait for the more extreme weather to clear, right? Before allowing them to descend any further. How long does this one go for? Because I have people asking me to do other things currently, and yeah, let's have a look and see how long this one is. Oh, it's just a minute and a half. Hell yeah, let's watch this one too then. All right, real quick. So the key here is Heathrow departures in green, Heathrow arrivals in gold, and blue are other traffic, whether it's like for other airfields or any GA, I guess. That's a good question. What does NAT stand for? And of course, also, I recommend, since we're watching this on stream, if anyone here is watching these on stream with me, I also highly recommend going over to the videos linked in the Discord general channel and watching the videos for yourself in your full quality as well. I hate the idea of being a broadcaster and broadcasting someone else's video without telling everyone to go watch it for the additional view as well. That's just me. National Air Traffic Service. Okay. All right. With that, let's get into it. So they're flying direct over Heathrow, then flying pattern down to land. At least some of them. Or there might be some go-arounds, possibly. The ones who overfly are go-arounds. Okay. Like that one. That one there was a go-around. And there's another one. This is so interesting. Yo, whoever actually animated this, by the way, they probably have like real world data and stuff to you had wind speeds of 196 kilometers. Screw that. Is that like ground wind speeds as well? Or was that just like up in the air a little? Because ground speeds, I'm pretty sure that's like, that'd be insane. The NATS store data. Oh my god, that's crazy. Anyway, with that, I'm going to be heading off. Once again, don't forget to do all the things. If you've liked this, do that. If you want to subscribe and see more, there's that as well. There's links to Discord down in the description as well if you want to go join that. I'm checking it pretty regularly, but I'm about to ignore it for the next 15 or 20 minutes while I go get some food and eat and hobble around the house because I'm still very sore. But thanks everyone so much for watching. It was great to meet all the new people that came along today. Really appreciate you guys taking the time to come in and say hello. It's very nice of you. Honestly, I can't be doing anything well, I could be doing it without people, but I'd prefer to have people. And of course, if you haven't seen my latest video, it is the Office Party food truck video here in Euro Truck Simulator 2, where I feel much more awkward doing solo content than I did on the VATSIM video. Strange that, isn't it? Anyway, have a good one, boss man. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your day, whatever. Well, I guess until you go to bed, since it is getting quite late over in the Europes. But I hope to see you all again sometime very soon. Until that time, please take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon. Take care. Ciao. He said the thing!